Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Aux Talks. It is Tuesday, February 20th, 2024. I hope all of you are having a productive day today. A couple of stories out of the Zero Hedge I want to share with you before I get to those. I want to thank you, as always, for tuning into the videos, for subscribing to this channel. If you're not subscribed, I would ask you to please subscribe to the channel. I think you'll find the content will be hopefully helpful for you. We try to cover lots of different subjects on this channel on a daily basis, but certainly over a week's period, we touch base on not just economics, health and fitness, the socioeconomic issues in this country, geopolitical issues going on. So consider subscribing. Thanks for hitting the thumbs up button and the bell notification. Please share the videos with family, friends, coworkers, and colleagues. Let's plaster this stuff on social media and continue to get the word out to those that will listen. First article, I'm going to keep the video, by the way, a little short today. I have a whole lot of stuff I have to deal with, some client meetings and some other matters I have to address before I leave this afternoon for my workout. First article says U.S. leading indicators disappoint, equal the longest losing streak since Lehman. This is really important. The Conference Board's leading economic indicators, the LEI, continued its decline in January, dropping 0.4% month over month, notably worse than the minus 0.1% expected. So again, the economists got it wrong as it relates to this economic data. And December's number was revised, December's 0.1 decline was revised down to a 0.2% decline. Says the biggest positive contributor to the leading index was, no surprise to all of us, the stock prices. Again, they were at a positive 0.10%. The biggest negative contributor was the average work week. It fell 0.18%. This is the 22nd straight, it says month over month decline in the LEI, and 23rd month of 25 that it's declined, equaling the longest streak of decline since Lehman. The U.S. LEI fell further in January as weekly hours worked in manufacturing continued to decline and the yield spread remained negative. And the inputs for this economic indicators, leading indicators, just to give you the breakdown, the average work week we said fell. ISM new orders fell. Building permits declined. Average consumer expectations declined. So these are all big ticket items that are contributing to this index, and it continues to be in free fall. And on a year-over-year basis, the article says the LEI is down 7%, down year-over-year for 19 straight months, still close to its biggest year-over-year drop since 2008, which we know what happened in 2008. That was the Lehman crisis and the great financial crisis. Second article I want to address today, just briefly, Home Depot came out with its earnings, and according to the article I read on The Hedge, the sales slid for the fifth quarter, it says, on weak housing demand. We've talked about Home Depot in the past. These centers, like we have Lowe's out here, Home Depot, the do-it-yourself home improvement centers, you know, they are bellwethers for what is going on with the consumer, how the consumers are spending their money, if they even have a disposable income to spend. So let's talk about Home Depot, because the stock has been going up recently and they actually beat on revenue, but there's some news in this article that shows under the surface things are not well. It says Home Depot sales fell for the fifth straight quarter as the country's largest home improvement retailer felt the impacts of higher mortgage rates that have put a big freeze on the housing market. Fourth quarter revenue came in at $34.79 billion, down from $35.83 in the prior year period. But this figure still beat the $34.61 billion that analysts surveyed by Bloomberg had expected. Here's the important part. It says comparable sales, a key indicator of a retailer's health, fell 3.5%. That's a meaningful drop. It says the retailer predicted a 1% decline in comparable revenue for this year. Analysts have been expecting a rise of 0.2%. So again, the analysts got it incorrect. One of the line items that I saw in this report that I thought was important to share with you, we talked about comparable sales, but also the average ticket sales. So what the consumers are spending when they are transacting something at the store. And the average ticket sales fell 1.3%. Customer transactions fell 1.7%. So less transactions, and the transactions that they're getting are a smaller amount of money being spent. So let's keep an eye on what's going on with these home improvement centers, because like we said a few minutes ago, they really are a bellwether. The last article I'll share with you just briefly talks about Google layoffs from Yahoo Finance today. Google lays off thousands more employees despite record profits 1 year after laying off 12,000 employees, as workers begin worrying AI is slowly replacing them. So thousands more are going to be out at Google. That obviously is the battered tech sector, but we're seeing layoffs across many, many sectors of this economy. It is only just beginning. I hope that you will receive this information in such a way that it motivates you, if you haven't already done so, to fortify your income stream, to consider starting a business, a side hustle, anything you can do to provide an additional source of revenues for you and your family if you should become one of the unfortunate casualties or victims of these layoffs that are spreading across this country, and we're discussing almost daily on this channel. You can start something small. You can start something on the weekends. If you consider this, please don't leverage in, don't go into debt to start something that you have no track record with yet. But I think it would be wise for all of us to consider that. I've owned my own business now for about 30 years. So, I'm very, very fortunate to generate all of my work now from referrals and word of mouth, but it obviously wasn't always that way. And so it is hard work. It is, if you have a 9-to-5 job that you have to deal with a boss, it's another added layer of time and stress. But if you don't have reserves and you haven't fortified yourself to generate revenues aside from the paycheck you're getting from your 9-to-5 job, and something happens that's unexpected, either you get laid off, or maybe you have an unexpected health condition, or something happens with a family member and you're forced to take time away, it would be smart to consider now putting something in place that you would not have to go without. If you do not have reserves set aside, if you haven't saved up 3 to 6 months of money to cover bills and expenses. I know a lot of people in this country are just struggling to pay their basic monthly bills. I understand that. With insurance costs going up, food costs going up, I mean, I get it. It's brutal. But also consider doing your best to, once you've paid that debt down, start setting aside some funds for, we say, the rainy day, because I think the rainy days are upon us, and the flooding is probably going to get a lot worse. With that being said, I'm going to leave the video short today. I always finish with discussing health and fitness. Please get your steps in today. Do some walking. I got a great comment from a subscriber on yesterday's video. When I talk about strength training, I always say, well, just do some sit-ups and push-ups. This comment was, how about also consider doing some body weight squats? Excellent suggestion. Those are things you can do anywhere you're at, in your office, in your home, in your hotel room, wherever you're at. You don't need a fancy gym membership. So start doing these things, please, so we can get ourselves in better physical condition. The diet, as we discuss every day on the channel, is very, very crucial to success. If you're hoping to reduce body fat, if you're hoping to lose some pounds, it's calories in, calories out. There's no magical formula. You just can't make stupid choices when it comes to what you eat. and that includes processed foods and sugary foods and high calorie and high fat salad dressings, things like that. You maybe think you're having a healthy salad at a restaurant, and those suckers can have 2,000 calories or more. So you have to pay attention to what you are eating. With that being said, get your water in, hydrate, and I will see all of you tomorrow. Again, thank you for the support for the channel. Bye.